Welcome to the Dr. Reilly Show. I'm your host, Dr. Anissa Reilly. Hey everyone, welcome to the Ask Dr. Reilly Show. I'm your host, Dr. Anissa Reilly. And guess what? It's my birthday. Woo woo! It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. And I just thought it would be a great opportunity just to celebrate all things Dr. Reilly. You've been watching the show. You saw season 1, so you heard a little bit of my story. But now this is an opportunity to get into some of the things that you may want to know about not only me, but the show. So I thought it would be great not to have me be the host of the show, but to invite one of my OSG sisters. Now, OSG stands for Off School Grounds. It is a coalition of leaders, principals, national politicians that come together to make sure that things are right for children who are marginalized in the nation. So, my OSG sister, her name is Fia Davis. She's going to come in and she's going to be my co-host to help you journey through the life and times of Ask Dr. Reilly, me. Thea, welcome.
Hey, Dr. Reilly. Happy to be here on the special birthday edition of the Ask Dr. Reilly Show.
Yes.
So
thank you for coming. Thank you for agreeing. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to turn it all over to you. Go ahead. It's all in your hands.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you for having me and trusting me on your show, on your platform, to turn the camera on to you. So we're going to go down the story of the life of Dr. Reilly. And we're going to meet some of her family members, her sisters, her daughter. We got all kinds of special guests to come in and just talk about this journey to get to shooting the second season of the Ask Dr. Reilly Show, celebrating your birthday. And how did we get here? You are a principal, a wife, a mother, a sister, a daughter, an auntie, a godmommy, and the fabulous host of the Ask Dr. Reilly Show. And it is your birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yes. So we are here to celebrate, to have a good time, and to learn more about all things Ask Dr. Reilly.
Yes.
So I want to hear about season 2 before we bring out our first guest.
Okay, so season 2 is built around the theme of loss. So when you think of loss, there are ways that it can happen. It can happen loss of a family member, loss of a job, loss of time. And so we have guests that are going to take us through their journey of loss, but not just the loss itself, but what have they done after the loss for them that didn't paralyze them or stay in a state of paralysis. And so as they have been so gracious to share their story, they also have been so gracious to share their victory.
I love that. Their story and their victory. Yeah. Many times we think of loss and we think of people of failure or an ending, but this is about a story and victory and how they have been able to lift up from the loss. I'm excited to hear
before that. One of my guests actually said that, and you'll see this on one of the episodes, she said she's learned how to turn her pain into power.
That's a word. Pain into power. Yep, that's a word. Look, I want my notebook and my pen so I can write that down and remember it later. Pain into power. I love that. So no, go ahead.
No, I said, because she said, from loss, sometimes you experience a whole lot of pain or sadness. And then what do you do with that pain? And she said through her journey, that's where she went from pain being turned into power. And she's doing amazing things right now.
I think, we would be remiss if we didn't tell the people just a little bit. We've all been in this year of this pandemic, and you, out of all of the OSG sisters and brothers from Off School Grounds, you were out of the door, ready to shoot your show, the Ask Dr. Reilly show. Talk a little bit about the vision in the midst of a pandemic for you to do something and manifest a dream.
So, whenever I've been asked that question, there were three points that helped me in the midst of the pandemic. Like we say, just jump out the window and take that
Just
step.
jump out the window.
Just jump out the window, just do it. So, the first thing is that I've always had this understanding that this was my purpose, telling stories, helping people become their best selves. So I understood that. And so if not now, when? Right?
Yeah.
I've been saying it for a very long time. So it was like, if not now, when? We had all this time in the pandemic. Pre-pandemic, it was like I didn't have enough time. And so now that we have this time in the pandemic, if not now, when? Because if I truly wanted to do it, and if the excuse really was I didn't have time, then now that I have time, why am I not doing it? Right? So I had to challenge myself around that one. The second one was I always said that I was going to die empty. Like all of these giftings, all creative energy and I have all of these ideas that I said I was going to die empty. Like you hear that the grave is the richest place because there are so many ideas and dreams that have died with people. I wasn't going to add to those riches. And I was just like, all right, how do I do that? Because the Bible says that the one who had the talent but buried the talent, the Bible said, you are a wicked and lazy servant. So I was like, I have these talents, I have these giftings. So if I just bury it or don't do anything with it, then I would be considered wicked and lazy. Which leads me to the third point. Because I'm a woman of faith, I said, when I stand before my creator and he says, what did you do with the talent that I gave you? My excuse was never going to be because I was scared, because I was afraid. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. Yeah. Like I couldn't see myself standing before my maker, my God, and say, I ain't know. I was scared. I want to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. That's what I want to hear. That's my faith with my God. I don't want to hear wicked.
That's right.
Right? So I can't see myself saying, I was afraid. Like, can you imagine going to God and saying, I ain't do it because I ain't have a connection. You got the Holy Spirit. I ain't do it because I ain't know nobody. You know God. So step out on faith. So with those three things fueled my reason for jumping out the window on a idea that I know was God-given, God-birthed, and God placed in me.
Yeah, we call those seeds, right? He plants a seed in your head and a seed in your heart. So we're so excited. And I think it's time for us to continue with the guests. And I understand we're taking it to your team, right?
Yeah.
We're bringing in a member of your team, a part of the creation of this amazing journey that is the Ask Dr. Reilly show. So I understand Brother Kareem is here. Kareem.
What's up? What's up? What's up? You hear me? You hear me?
We hear you. We see that fabulous shirt you're wearing. How are you this evening? Welcome. And we understand that your genius is a part of how we get the Ask Dr. Reilly show. The final editing, I understand, is your work.
Yeah, so everything you've seen on the screen in the first season, I put together right on this this MacBook computer right here I'm using, and I put it all together, and it's crazy. And Dr. Reilly came to me and she's like, "Yeah, I want to do a television show," and she was breaking down. I got some industry people and blah blah blah, and we're gonna do it in our house. And then it transformed from doing in the house to like L.A. Sunshine was like, nah. L.A. Sunshine, you don't know who L.A. Sunshine is from the world famous Treacherous 3, the Prince of Poetry.
And I watched season 1. I saw Mr. L.A. We know him now, and you have to know him from his work, and he's hip hop history.
Hip hop history. LA was in Wild Style and Beat Street. So if you from hip hop culture, and once you say you're in Wild Style and Beat Street, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have people like that on our team, it's amazing. So he was like, no, we have this other space, Bronx Creative Space. So that's where we actually did season one. And then it kind of season two, we took it to another level. And you will see a little later on when we show the clip um, what the set is actually going to look like. And it was really amazing. We took that out. We did it out in Jersey with our man Perfect Storm. And he's another guy in the industry doing his thing. So yeah, is
So,
where we came from and where
yeah.
we are now is like the journey is really has been very amazing.
And what is it like to see and witness Dr. Anissa Reilly really live her dreams? And I feel like she's in her ministry as she's on the show, and you get to see all the angles and cut the best shots. What's it like to see her in her work and walking in her calling?
See, me and Nisa go way back. So I mean, we go to church together. So and it's funny, like we started. I think the first project that I can actually say we did together was um that where I said, we clicked together was we did something for our pastor, his 50th birthday. We put it together like in maybe like a week. And I was like, wait a second. In my space, I was like, oh, we're working well together. We work with the youth and we was doing stuff. And I was like, all right, I can see us doing things. And then we also did something else 10 years from the date that we did the first four episodes on June 13th, 2000 was what 2010 because
Mhm.
we did 2010 and Oprah had this thing so she wanted to be on with Oprah and stuff like that so she came to my house with somebody I forgot the lady's name
Sally,
but
Sally McLaurin.
yeah and we did this like short skit or something like that like a television show like we see at Ask Dr. Riley and I came back to her. I know I'm all over the place, but I gotta tell the story. So I came back to her after we did season one's episodes, and I was like, wait a second, because I had to find the files, and I looked at the files, and I looked at the date when we did it, and I said, Anissa, do you realize that 10 years ago, from the time we shot the first four episodes, we shot this one thing in my living room for this other show, and I said, and I told her just a few days ago, I said, June 13th is officially going to be Ask Dr. Riley Day. So Ask Dr. Riley Day
I love it.
is going to be June 13th. And, we got the book coming out and we got some more other stuff going to come out. Not the season two yet, but we're going to be previewing some stuff on June 13th, which is every year is going to be officially Ask Dr. Riley Day.
I'm
So,
here for it. Ask Dr. Reilly Day. I love that.
so to answer your question,
Yeah.
I get to work with her like every Sunday. People don't know like she does stuff behind the camera at church. She's running the switcher. She's telling the camera people like go take this angle, that angle. So she's very involved and she knows what she wants. So like even when we sit down and do editing, like she's like, all right, Kareem, I want this, I want that. She's in the like we do the episodes together. Like I do the basics and then she'll be like, I want this, I want that, I like this, I don't like that. So she understands the process. And the other thing that a lot of people don't know, Dr. Riley is a master at doing interviews. Like I tell everybody, like if you want to get an interview done, get Dr. Riley because she could pull stuff out of you that people like it's amazing. She just pulls things out of people. I'm like, how she does that? So like eventually I want to be on the front of the camera, so I know who I want to come to. I want to come to the master, which is Dr. Riley, and because she just knows how to pull things out of people.
You know what my favorite part is? When she says, let me stop you right there. I love that because the person is always like,
Mhm.
and she's gonna reel them in and then go deeper and really get them to open their heart. So I love that. And I love hearing about your work and your collaboration with her. And we are celebrating her birthday, right? Happy birthday, Dr.
Yes.
Reilly.
May birthdays are the best
Maybe
birthdays. You know what I'm saying? May all day, May
I,
16th.
I don't know about that, but since I'm
You got
on the
Dennis, I
Dr.
think
Reilly show,
Dennis is May 17th, I think. Dennis is May 17th.
And Kareem is
there are
May
lots of
16th.
people in May who I love. Okay, I'll
And
take
Kareem is May 16th. That's right. But no, let me
Mhm.
tell you the story about, let me just say this about Kareem. So as you heard Kareem say, 10 years old in 2010 is when we shot our very first episode because Oprah was having an opportunity for people who wanted to do a talk show to submit stuff. And my girlfriend Kelly and I were going to do like this educational talk show, right? So Kareem shot it. And our skill set was like, we're going to put us on a little camcorder and we're just going to shoot this little show.
I had three cameras going there. I had three cameras and lighting and all that stuff. So
but compared to what it is today. So from there, for the next 10 years, Kareem and I worked on our craft.
Yeah.
For 10 years, like we didn't have any projects during the 10 years. Like we would get little stuff. I would do a little bit of interviewing. He would shoot a little, he would shoot some videos here and there. I would interview some of the artists behind the camera here and there. But for 10 years, he and I worked on our craft, got better at what we were doing. I read books on interviewing skills. So I knew how to hear and transitions and things of that nature. Not to mention that my degree is in theater, but you still have to work on your craft. Kareem worked on his craft. So when the opportunity presented itself, when Dame Dash was like, yo, let me see what you're gonna do, it was like we were already doing this for years. Which we really were, because we had worked on our craft for so long. So it was just easy. And the opportunity, we were able to seize the opportunity and be where we are today. And that's what everybody on the crew, from my makeup artist, True Reflection 623 at True Reflection 623. So I have to talk about my makeup artist, because when everybody sees my makeup, they was like, yo, your makeup is
dope.
Look
beautiful.
She is dope.
Yeah.
My still photographer at Genius World Media, all these people are self-taught. My makeup artist, self-taught. My still photographer, self-taught. But working on their craft, where I got great still shots. Kareem, great editor. People donated this space, so we were able to get studio space. But everybody just wonderful. My set designer, Karen Banks, I forgot her Instagram. But is it Princess Tishy? Something like that. I can't remember.
So Dr. Reilly.
I know I have to shout out my people because I just have to shout them out because this is it's not. Yes, I may be the face of the Ask Dr. Reilly show.
Yeah,
but it's the team who makes it happen. And my set designer is dope. And if you need some designer, she does that too very well. And she's self-taught.
Did we get everybody?
Well, my husband is the producer. He put up the money, so
hello, you are.
That's very important.
Yes, it is very important. The king. So, thank you, Kareem, for coming on and just inspiring her to celebrate you, but also celebrate the Ask Dr. Reilly team, and to tell us the story about how we got here. And we are so excited for season 2. We can't wait to see the work that you've done in the editing room and the work that she's done in front of the camera. So thank you so much, Kareem. We're so happy to have you.
Wait, before he goes. Wait, if y'all need to get any video shooting, please reach out to Kareem. But he also is a rap artist.
Yeah, so we got some stuff cooking for the Ask Dr. Reilly show. I just want to say, I just put this out here. Music and Words inspired by Ask Dr. Reilly Show Volume 1. It's coming. Because all the music for season 1, people don't know. We went down to Atlantic City and met up with DR Period. DR Period is known for he did MOP's first album, whole album. His biggest song he produced was Anti Up by MOP. And we went down there and he gave us about 17, 20 tracks to use for the show. Me as a rap artist, I'm editing. I'm like, wait a second, I'm feeling this. The words are coming, and especially hearing Dr. Reilly's story. Yeah. I just wanted something just about putting the two together. So I got about 3-4 songs already done. And we got some other stuff cooking. So Music and Words by Ask Dr. Reilly Volume 1 is coming very soon. A lot of music you heard already, but we're going to put some words on top of it. And I'm just telling her story. I'm just kind of like her muse or something like that, where her narrator through music.
I
So and
love it.
you might, you know, she's gonna spit a couple of bars too. I got some bars for
Oh,
her.
oh,
You
and
know what I
Dr.
mean?
Riley can spit? Wait, now
Oh
do
yeah,
tell.
I got her on a song right now that's actually out called "Come Follow Me." She jumped on the hook because I liked her voice, so I was like, "Yo, jump on this song and just do the hook with me, and we'll do the video later this summer." But you know, she gonna spit a little something something. You know
So
what I'm
it
saying? A
sounds
couple of
like
bars. Yeah.
big things are going around here.
Brr, brr,
Yes.
brr. We're gonna mash up the place. Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you, Kareem. And
Mhm.
Dr. Riley, you are just a Renaissance Black woman, okay? You got all kinds of things going. And Kareem, it seems you are a Renaissance Black man. So we are so happy to meet you, to talk with you, and to just feel the excitement coming from the second season of All Things Ask Dr. Riley. And I also see you sporting her merchandise and sipping out of her merch. So we are celebrating. Happy birthday again, Dr. Riley.
Thank
And
you.
salute your team. Thank you for
Yes.
making the Dr. Riley show possible.
My name is Anissa Charles, and I'm 38 years old.
And I'm Kelly. I'm 41 years old.
And we work for the New York City Department of Education. I'm a principal.
And I am an assistant principal.
Our show concept is reality TV meets the world of education.
Education. Thinking about education, have you ever wondered how to really support your child during their journey in education?
Or are you that parent who is constantly being told that your child needs medication?
How about this? Maybe your school needs that makeover.
And have you wondered how to get your child into that school? Well, we'll show you how with the following formats.
All right, so we are going to talk about some of Dr. Riley's family ties. We have two of her sisters here, Amelia and Keisha. Let us bring Amelia and Keisha in so we can learn about who little Anissa was, and they can tell us more about our Dr. Riley. Come on in, Amelia and Keisha.
Hey, sis.
Ladies. Hey,
Hey.
sisters.
Hi. I'm Keisha. I'm Dolly. Known as
Hey,
Amelia. Oh,
Hey, Keisha.
bye.
Hey, Dolly or Amelia, whichever
How are
one you
y'all?
prefer. So,
Okay, so we watched. Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go right ahead,
I'm,
Keisha.
you know, I'm always quick to talk. I'm sorry.
You know
We
what?
filming, right? Y'all want
So,
to do that over? Take two. Take two. Y'all want to do that over?
we do not have to do it. You are right on time doing what a sister does. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to know who little Anissa was because little Anissa is a part of how we get the Dr. Riley who we know and love. So, tell me a little bit about little Anissa.
Shoot. Always
That
ambitious. I knew she would make it there.
Mm.
And as you was talking to your coach, I was just sitting here smiling with this just big smile on my face. I'm so proud of you. You already know. I am so proud of you. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're articulate.
Thank
You
you.
writing books. You got a title in front of your name.
Woo.
But to me, you'll always be little sister.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
That's
So
beautiful.
ask me some questions about her, y'all.
That's beautiful. So, well,
That's-
Amelia, what you want to say? Because I know Amelia
I'm
going to say,
really looking at Keisha just always takes over.
can I talk to Dolly?
We
Is that
talking.
okay? Can I talk
For
to
me,
Dolly? Dolly?
yes. For me,
Yes.
she'll always be my little sister. When I introduce her as my little sister. Dr. Reilly is my little sister. How she became Dr. Reilly? Persistence, determination. She a go-getter. She don't know when to stop. And if she don't stop, she'll keep you going right along with her.
Yes, she will. You know what we
Yeah.
call her?
What?
She has a nickname in OSG. We call her Dr.
That's
Action.
the action. That's her.
And
Yeah.
Dame Dash gave her that nickname, Dr. Action. So,
That's what I
ladies,
heard
question
the
for
young
you.
man say.
If you look at that beautiful logo behind her, the logo that I am proudly
That's her.
wearing here,
That's
it's
her.
her.
Yep.
You can see
I like
her
it.
energy. What
Yes.
does that make you think about when you see her logo?
I would say the braids, it would say roads, different roads to travel. to where
she's
she wants
traveled.
it, that she's traveled and where she's trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
You all deep, sister. I love you.
Well,
I
you know
love
me.
that.
But you
Sorry.
know the funny thing? They can't stand each other if we're gonna keep it real.
Really? That's what you're doing? You really
You
want
Uh-huh.
to?
can't stand. Oh,
These two
wait a
be
minute,
fighting.
Sister Keisha, give me the
They be
tea.
fighting. The
but
only
you
thing,
know,
the only thing
Give me
they
some
know is,
laundry.
I'm the big sister. That's all
only
she gotta
reason
say.
why is because she's the little sister and she don't know when to be quiet.
No,
And
but I'm
yeah.
grown. No, I'm grown.
See, there she goes. It
Grown,
doesn't
and
matter.
I'm not a
It
baby
doesn't
I'm
matter.
anymore.
I be starting stuff.
I'm
I
not.
be
I'm not.
starting stuff, y'all.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna put my principal voice on. Ladies,
How do we
let
get
us
that
bring
on?
it back to
I
zero.
don't
No,
know.
no,
Okay.
no. For real, fear. No, let me tell you.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Why you gonna drop the phone?
because that's what we do. We in the house, she said.
I love
Oh,
it.
she got lost. There you go.
Okay, I think the sisters are getting it together.
We are.
We'll give them a
We
second.
are.
Wait, hold
I
on.
tell anybody, I am what I say all the time, Anissa. I am technologically illiterate. And I don't have a problem saying that. I still tell the kids to come turn on the dog on TV.
Okay, so let me
They
bring
they
us
the
back.
remote. They the remote.
Miss Keisha and Miss
Yes,
Dobby.
ma'am. Yes.
I would love to hear your favorite sort of Anissa story. Something that you have that moment with your sister that makes you laugh or makes you smile or might even like fill your heart and make you get a little teary-eyed. Tell us your favorite Anissa story.
I will have two.
Okay.
The funniest one is my little sister could fall asleep at the drop of a dime. It doesn't matter where she's at. I remember one time we was driving. We
How
sorry.
the
We gonna hold it.
Our technology is not working. We sorry.
One time we was driving and we was at a red light and she fell asleep.
I gotta move it.
Like literally fell asleep.
She was
And
driving?
I'm like, Lisa, huh?
She was the driver?
Yeah.
She was the driver. And she literally fell asleep.
It's
Like,
not. No. What they need to tell you is that I don't drink. They drink,
right.
so I'm always the
She's the
designated
designated
driver.
driver.
Yes.
So no matter what, well, no matter how tight I had the job, because those two
She
was
got home.
drinking all the time.
And at
So
a red light, she would fall asleep.
No, that was only one time. That was only one time.
No,
Well,
she
I'm
didn't.
glad it was only one
Yeah,
time
she
and all
did.
of you are healthy and
Oh,
well in here. And Miss
Yeah.
no,
Keisha, I
it
know
was
you
only
have
one time at the red light.
Well, right, yeah.
Oh,
Miss
remember?
Keisha.
I remember one time. Remember that
Okay.
time she was driving and we was driving. She was driving down the wrong way. And we
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
why the car's the wrong
Yeah.
way?
So we
Yeah.
need the motor vehicle
Where
to
did we go? Where were
license.
we?
was in
Let's tell
Harlem.
another story.
No, we went to like Washington.
You remember
No.
that one,
Maryland?
Lisa?
Maryland?
No.
We was with Mike, you know.
No, we would be on the road driving everywhere in all these places. And my sister, Amelia, was learning how to drive for the really way. We was like, all right, you drive. You just got your license. Keisha in the back sleep, right?
Oh,
and I'm in the passenger seat. She driving, Amelia driving. And I was like, Amelia, slow down. You going around the curve. Amelia, slow down. You going around the curve. She was like, I got it. Now, we turned around the curve and the car was on
two wheels.
And Keisha
Yeah.
stood up while she was sleeping in the back, stood
Yeah.
up like she was like, what's going on? And we going around the car like this. Woo!
Yeah.
And then the car went like this.
Wow, you remember that? You remember that?
Wow.
And Amelia was like, I thought I had it.
And then remember, I was like, I'm sorry. Keisha was like, no, you're not sorry. Just drive right.
I said, never be sorry while you're driving. Sorry's not a good thing when you're driving. But I can't think of nothing funny about this right now.
I could say experiences because we done had some close calls. Because one time we was on the bridge, and the front of the car, the hood came up, and I was driving, and I hit my head on the window. And if it wasn't for Keisha being in the front, Anissa panicked. Because it
wasn't nothing she could do.
No, and Keisha grabbed the wheel. We was gonna go on the 18-wheeler.
18-wheeler truck.
Remember that?
Well, praise God that all is well.
That was
so
God.
let me take us in a different direction. Dr. Reilly is a mom. She's a wife. She's a grandma. She's a principal.
Auntie. A godmommy.
An auntie, a godmommy, a friend, a sister. With all of those titles, which one do you think that because she is all of those things, which one for you, because sisters is a whole different thing. Like, you know her in a way that nobody else does. You know, her husband is her partner, but you know her in a way that he doesn't know her. So when you think about all of her titles, what's the one that just comes to mind when you think of your sister?
I don't even, honestly, she's so much to me. Honestly, I don't even know how to answer that because she's all that.
Mm-hmm.
All those things, although she's my sister, she's a mother. Although she's my little sister, she's an aunt. Although she's my sister, she's a principal.
Mm-hmm.
So she's special to me. I don't know how to answer what titles. No, all I know is she's a loving, giving person. No, I can't say what. As far as a title that sticks out more, because after I say little sister, I say she's a principal. My sister's the principal. So with that, I would say that she's a teacher. She's a teacher.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful, sisters. I love it.
But I'm gonna say this: no matter what, I'm always little sister. I don't care how old I get.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna always be. And to be honest, I do fall right back into that little sister status.
We all saw you do it right here. It was happening before my very eyes.
When I'm around,
but she will let us know she's grown. But that doesn't matter to me. The other day, I wanted to say she needed her big sister, and she came to me.
Yeah.
And then she ended up seeing our father. I chased him down for her.
Yeah.
So.
And so, as a big sister, with all of the titles that Dr. Reilly holds, you still get to take care of her like big sisters.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing.
Protectors.
Yeah. That will never. I think that's what we are. If she call us, we come in. Mm-hmm. See, she blindsided us. We thought it was brothers and sisters, but you know what? She got us here.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed. And watching what you're doing is so beautiful.
Thank you.
You always spoke it, and it's coming into existence.
Yes, it is. She
and
is a star.
My sisters are dope too. They don't want to talk about how dope they are, because I couldn't be dope without my two big sisters following their path. My big sister, I call her, she is so, no, let me tell y'all about Amelia. You need a medical diagnosis? Ask Amelia. You need to know how to fix a broken leg? Ask Amelia. You need to know how to fix your apartment? Ask Amelia. You need to know how to retile the floor? Ask Amelia. You need to know how to do anything. Ask my older sister, because me and Keisha do not know how to do any of that stuff. Yeah. And my older sister, she don't even realize how dope she is. She takes all that stuff. Yep, she take all that stuff for granted. She is so gifted and just like everything. We just be like, how you do that? And she be like, this is what you do. We like, who you call? This is who you call. We like, you ain't gotta yell at us though.
Well, I think that it is a beautiful thing to see the sisterhood between the three of you, to really witness your connection, how you support your baby sister, how we are taking this moment to celebrate her birthday in this special edition of the Ask Dr. Reilly show, where we turn the camera on her and let all of these people who know and love her come in and celebrate her and love on her. So ladies, thank you I don't have to say thank you for showing up for your baby sister, but I will. Thank you for showing up for our Dr. Lisa Reilly and your baby sister.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, boo. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Next year's the 5-0, so you got to do something big.
Yes.
Next year.
Thank you, ladies. Take care.
Yes.
We got to meet your sisters and learn about little Anissa and the origin of our Ask Dr. Reilly, right?
Yes.
But now we're going to meet some of the fruit of your loins and of your labor, literally. Your baby Nyasia is here. Nyasia, come on to the stage.
Hey,
hey.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Hi, boo.
Hi, Ma.
So Nyasia, it is so wonderful to meet you. Yes. I am Thea Davis. I have the honor of being your mom's OSG sister. Yes. And I just met some of your aunties, right?
Yes, I saw them.
I want you to get to talk about the most important title, Mommy. And tell us about Mommy and the kind of mother that our Dr. Anissa Reilly is.
Um, okay, let me see where I can start at. I don't know. Because my mom is, she the mom, but she's a mom, if you know what that means. So, like, I can't describe her. She's really undescribable. You have to know her to, like,
Aw.
explain her. She's one of a kind. She's, she's a role model. She's
Talk more
very
about that.
inspirational.
How is your mom a role model?
Um, One, she likes to help people. Come on, I'm sorry. I get tongue tied when I get
Take your
get
time, baby.
talking.
This is your
So
time.
give me a chance. She's like, well, my mom's. I know she's my role model. Even though we butt heads like any daughter and mom does, I
Yeah.
just look up to my mom. As everyone knows, she's a doctor, the highest of the highest. Even though I won't get there, I know that other people is looking at her, saying like, if she could do it, I know I could do it. She overcame a lot of obstacles, and she's still shining. My mom always wanted to be in the acting field, and now her dreams are unfolding.
They
You know,
are.
it's just a lot of things that I'm just so proud of her about. Like,
Aw. That is, look, hugs. Virtual hugs.
yeah, it's virtual. I
That
miss
is
my mom.
beautiful. And your mom is also a grandmother.
Yeah, she is. To my nephew Drew Knight. He's
Too
1 year
nice.
old.
Aw.
Yes.
So
I wish my sisters and brothers could be on here, but they all busy.
we will take the representation. Listen, representation matters. And so, Miss Niasia, you got to stand for the crew.
It's me. Oh, always.
Okay?
It's always
Yes.
me. It's
This
always
this
me. You always
you
gonna
know
see
I
my
have
face, not them. It's about me. Hello.
I love it.
See?
Shining, shining, shining.
Yes, you see me shining.
So, Dr. Reilly, you were going to say something about Miss Niasia.
yeah, I was gonna say, I have 4 children, 2 biological, 2 bonus, but they are my babies. And this one right here is like tied to the hip. This is the one who is we ride or die together. The other ones they I have an independent one, I have a silent one, I have a creative one, and this is the one who, when you call, I speak to most often, who's right there, loves me just as I love them all the same, but this is the one that we just, always
Even
she's
when we
always,
bicker and fight.
what you say?
Even
I
when
said,
you
even
bicker
when
and
we bicker
fight
and
like
Oh
fight,
yeah,
mothers
I
we
and
big
always
and
daughters
got your
do.
right.
back.
But
That's
that's only because she is a very opinionated individual and she has big dreams. As you can see from her nails, she has her own business, and so she wants to do it big. And so she has a
I
lot of
did them,
dreams.
my own.
Yeah, she does her own nails. She has her own business called Lyrics Touch. So if you need your nails done, please reach out and touch my daughter on Instagram. She does mobile as well, and so
get
need
this
your nails
commercial. All right.
right. But people say that she's like the one that's most like me. So when you are in the space with yourself, right? What
Mm-hmm.
happens?
What happens? You get to see yourself and
Yeah.
even teach yourself a lesson or two.
Yes.
So, Naija, I heard your mom say something in this moment of celebrating her birthday, her second season of the Ask Dr. Reilly show. There's
Yes.
something I learned from her. She said she tells her children, in particular her daughters, to trust your God knower. Have you ever heard her say that? Does that sound familiar? Like your
Maybe
instinct?
not that, but she said something like that.
Yeah. So, like, how has that helped you? Because that helped me so much. And that's my sister friend. That's not my mama.
Hmm.
How has that helped you?
I'm not gonna lie. As I'm getting older, well, I'll be 25 this year. I know I'm looking, but I'll be 25, and as I get older, I tell my mom this too. On an everyday basis, like I hear her in my head, like
Mhm.
saying things like example that like as long as you know God or the saying she said, like I take that into considerations, my dreams, my everyday living, family, friends, relationship. It don't matter what it is. I just always take that into consideration, and I always think about the good instead of the bad. Because God don't like ugly, so I
No,
always
he does
worry
not.
about that. Yes, I do, and I do appreciate even I do appreciate my mom for a lot of things she told me, even though she never let me do a lot of things, but it saved me. It made me greater. It made me who I am today. It made me look at people differently and not differently. But it's a lot of things that I took in and
All right. See, I knew there were some lessons you could share with us that mommy shared with you.
yes.
So we're not going to keep you. I know it
But I
is.
do want to share. I'm sorry,
Also,
Fia.
wait, one thing, and one
Oh,
thing I do love about my mother that she did for me, a lot of people don't do this. She made me and my sister travel from this big, and oh my God, I love traveling. Can't wait to finish seeing the world. Make sure you take your kids around the world from young so they don't be scared because
aw.
people are scared to fly. Me, no. Let me go to Australia. I want to go to Mars. I want to go everywhere. Yeah.
All right, come on, Mars, baby. Dr. Reilly, you wanted to share something before we let Naisha
Yeah,
go.
two things. So she was talking about that. Yeah, she went to China, so she had a wonderful trip in China, and
Hold
so
on.
she loved being in China. But what I wanted to say is that Asia was my stylist for season 1. So she put together all of my clothes, my outfits, did my hair. So if you liked what I was wearing and how the outfits were put together, that was my daughter. If you liked the way my hair was, that was my daughter
I tried.
styling it for me. So if you need a stylist, reach out to her. If you need your nails done, reach out to her. She's extremely gifted in those areas. That's her gift and her talent. You sometimes you may have children whose school is not their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They may struggle, but that doesn't mean that they don't have another genius.
Yeah, that's
And my
right.
daughter's genius is around fashion, creativity, and making you look fabulous. And so she taught herself how to do nails. Okay. She taught herself how to do hair.
I ain't do
She taught herself how to put clothes together in fashion. That's her genius. And unfortunately, there wasn't a school that could match her genius. But thank God I was an educator who knew how to cultivate her genius. And
You
so,
better talk that talk, Dr. Reilly.
yes,
I
my
love
daughter
it.
That's
is dope. Like fashion, everything cosmetology, she's dope.
Do
even
you
though I
see
used
her
to just
doing
throw clothes
Instagram
together
poses
as a
while we're
little
talking?
kid,
She's
though.
like,
Wait, can I go get something? Because I want to show everybody because I soon launch. So I have to show everybody because it's a part of my nail business.
Harry,
So can
run
I run?
quickly. Run quickly. You
Okay. Hold on.
let
All
Let
us
right,
me
so
know
go
when
while
you're
get.
ready
she's
to
while
come back
she's
on
running
stage.
to do that, right? While she's running to do that, I just want to say that, just to go on to extend the fact about finding your child's genius, because schools were created for a certain type of individual. They were really factory built. The model pre-pandemic really didn't grow with the times. And so as children grew and developed in the technology age, unfortunately before pre-pandemic, it wasn't allow for those spaces and places for those creativity, which
Mm-hmm.
caused some children to feel as if they weren't smart or they weren't able to meet the standard in the way in which literacy was taught or mathematics was taught or the core subjects were taught. And if your child is struggling, that doesn't mean that your child is not capable. You just haven't found your child's genius. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like I was sharing, my daughter's genius is in the state of fashion and cosmetology. And so when she graduated from high school, she thought the natural next step was for her to go to college. And I said to her, sweetie, you need to go to cosmetology school because you've always had an entrepreneurial
Mm-hmm.
spirit. She's always been creative. And she was like, I don't want to go to cosmetology school. You went to college and I should go to college. And I was like,
A
yo,
mother knows, right?
yes.
A
But she
mother
went to
knows.
college. She had to find out for herself. She
Oh, she's
went to
back.
college. And now she has her cosmetology license,
She
and
did
now
tell me that when I came back from school one year. She was like, "I told you to go to cosmetology school." I'm like, "Well,
You're right. You're right,
okay.
mommy.
I have my things. I just want to let everybody know that I have hand scrubs and cuticle oils coming along, and these are they
And how can people find you, Miss Naisha? What's your
on
IG handle?
Instagram right now until I make a
get
new
your
Okay,
one.
IG,
they look
get your
beautiful.
IG.
And what's your IG handle?
My IG is at lyrics touch underscore. It's a S after lyric, just so
Okay.
people know.
Lyrics touch underscore.
Yes.
Well, Thank you, Miss Naija, for coming to celebrate your mommy, her
Yes,
birthday,
happy
her
birthday,
second season of
mommy.
the Ask Dr. Reilly show. And it is so wonderful to meet you. Mwah.
Yes. Thank you for having me, everybody.
Love you, baby.
Love you too. Later.
Later.
That's beautiful.
Yes. That's
And
my
it's so
that's my
beautiful to
baby.
see you as a mom, Dr. Reilly, to just
Thank
see
you.
you just pour and gush. You couldn't even talk about yourself and your show. You wanted to just talk about and celebrate your baby. And
Yeah.
that's what good mommies do. So
And I think it's important
yeah.
to understand that you have children, and each children they're different in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't use society standards, or you can't use the standards that you have for one child and use that for the other child. Yes, you have basic core values,
Right.
but each child is different. And the Bible talks about each child having a natural bend, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have to develop the child in their natural bend. And so she was a very creative child in the sense of entrepreneurship and developing her own way. And so just learning how to do that is what makes it parenting something that you have to just talk about with other people and use wisdom and pray to ask God. Because my oldest child, her natural bend, we can say she is just, very creative, but flower childy. And I'm
Free
like,
spirit. A
free spirit, that's the word.
Yes.
Free spirit.
Yes.
Free spirit. She could, she'll tell you, And I'm just like, okay.
Well, the saying is love them how they come to you.
Yes.
And so what I hear you describing is how you figured out what your children needed, what they needed from you, and you made a decision to certainly teach them all the same morals and God-fearing values, but you poured into them in the places and spaces where they needed you. And that sounds like what you do on the Ask Dr. Reilly show, actually, because you think about people's trauma and what they've gone through or their experiences, and then you give them an outlet, a platform, and then you give them the support. It's like your show is therapy in action.
Yeah.
And a fellowship.
Yeah.
Because you also love on them. And this is your sincere passion. So in doing what you love, both the medium and the show that is the Ask Dr. Reilly show, but also the service of giving people a moment to kind of get free from traumatic experiences. And so we're so excited about your second season. And we're going to talk more about the Ask Dr. Reilly show.
Hi everyone, I'm Isis, Dr. Reilly's firstborn. Special shout out to my mom. Happy birthday, Mommy. What can I say about my mom? She's one of the most talented, funniest, hardworking, brilliant, strongest people I've ever met in my entire life. My mom's been through a lot in her 49 years, but she's always proved to be an overcomer, a great mom. And she's not a perfect mom, but she showed me things and my sister things that half the people that we've grown up with have never seen. And she's always pushed us to do exactly what we want to do and wanted to be. I love you, Mom.
Hey, Anissa. Happy birthday. I hope this is your best birthday yet and that it's filled with many blessings. I just want to say thank you for always having my back and all the love and support you give me throughout the years. I never take it for granted, and thank you so very much for it. I hope this is a great birthday for you, and I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Your family is amazing, sis.
They crazy, but I love my sisters.
Well, I see that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and so I can only imagine the energy, the joy, the laughter, and the love growing up.
Girl, woo! Mm-hmm.
So we have another guest who pours into you, who has supported you on your journey of leadership, on the birth of Ask Dr. Reilly, and he is a coach extraordinaire. He is the founder and CEO, board chair of the Off School Grounds Coalition. Let us bring in our dear brother, Easy Breezy Dennis McKeezy. Let's go.
What's up, ladies? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey,
ain't nothing like being with my OSG family, man. Congratulations.
more than anyone else in this world what you mean to me and how you have poured into me to get me to this place of stepping out. And you see that right there? To make this a true reality. That's right.
Let's go.
Yes.
Wow. You know what, Reilly,
So much.
but no problem, Reilly. But it's easy to pour into someone who's willing to be a vessel. And so when I first met you, I recognized from the moment that you and I first uttered words to one another that you were a woman of God and you are a woman of faith. And so it was easy for us to connect in that aspect because I knew I was there for a greater purpose. It wasn't just simply to evaluate your school and to evaluate your leadership, but it was also to pour into you. And I'm just so grateful that you were obedient and that you were receptive to what it was that I was able to pour into you. So I am not surprised one bit to see the success that you've had, not only in season 1, not only season 2, what I see you doing in writing books, what I see you doing in building relationships all across this country. I'm just one who's extremely proud to say that you are my sister, someone I love dearly. And you know what's even funnier, Dr. Reilly, is just about a year or so ago, we welcomed our other sister who we love so much, who's also on the screen with us, our sister Flyfia, So OSG, listen, man, we for life. We for life. We for life. We for life.
And
Dr. Reilly,
for life.
Absolutely. And Dr. Reilly, that logo behind you, that logo on these shirts, first, we would be remiss if we did not shout out our brother Dame Dash, who was I'll let you tell the story, Doc.
Well, let me tell you. So first, I want to say, big brother Dame Dash, thank you so much for believing and pushing and challenging me, to really be
about that action.
Right, that's what he named me that. His nickname gave me Dr. Action, and that's
Dr.
how
Action.
it has happened, and it has stuck. And I have leaned into that ever since he has said that to me.
And you wrote 6 episodes of a TV show. You did a cartoon. I feel like you're writing a book. And then I even can't keep up with you. You was the Pope. Once you did it first, no one had no more excuses. You was Dr. Action off top. That's why that's your name.
And so when he began talking about logos and making sure that you have something to create that stands out, so when people see it, they think of you. I said I wanted something that not only represented me, because you and I, Dennis, had this conversation about it needs to be sexy. It needs to be sleek. When you see it, you got to stop and be like, oh, what's up? So I was having difficulty. And then I was like, I'm just going to make it look like me. And I had one picture that was taken by my photographer, Genius World Media. And I said, let's use that photo to create the logo. So if anybody, when you're on my social media, my main photo for Dr. Reilly, the cover photo where I'm smiling like this or happy, is really the inspiration for this logo. And it went through about 3 or 4 iterations. And then he was like, no, this is it. And as soon as he gave it to me, I was like, yes. And anyone and everyone that sees this, male, female, young, old, are like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. So
we got it.
No doubt. And I'm wearing mine proud, and I need more. Yes.
And they are on sale. So if you want your own shirts, please hit me up on my website so you can get your shirt. Also, you've been seeing me drink from this mug. So we have mugs on sale too. So that way, you can be a part of the Ask Dr. Reilly movement.
I love it. I'm here for it. So here's what I want to talk about. I want to know about the origin of this Dennis Anissa Reilly connection. How'd you meet? And when did he make you cry the first time? Because I know he made you cry. Okay. The first time. What was the moment when you said, this is my coach?
So a while ago, I can't even remember how many years. It seems like so many years ago, in my role as principal, schools get evaluated, and he had his consulting company, and the New York City had contracted with his company to do the evaluations. I wasn't slated for a state evaluation. I wasn't slated for a city evaluation, but I still was required to get an evaluation, the school. And so he was the one who did my evaluation. And when he did the evaluation, the conversation that we were having was totally different than I have ever had with anyone who came to evaluate my school.
Mm-hmm.
He recognized the leadership. He saw the great work that was happening, and his feedback really was on target and pushed my not only my thinking but my school's thinking. And I was like, there are people like you out there evaluating schools.
Absolutely.
People out there who don't seem to have another agenda, but really about moving schools in the best interest of kids.
Absolutely. And your fear. And fear. And I'll jump in here because during that evaluation, obviously you get to know the person because it was multiple days for this particular visit. And so you get to know a person if you spend that kind of time with them. You know, I was there with a 6, 7, 8 hours each day. And what I recognized was there was something else there. There was the Anissa Reilly that everybody else saw and knew, but there was the one that I knew that was hiding something inside. Somebody who I know was also suffering and struggling from some of the things that that many of us run from, some of the traumas of life. And so it didn't affect me from doing my job, but what it made me recognize was now that I've done that part, now I have to now address the other part because I can leave her with the evaluation as is, but then it wouldn't fix the woman that the woman that was hiding deep inside of her. So I didn't, without knowing her background, without knowing much about her as a person, I basically started to speak into her heart and speak into her spirit about the woman, the leader, the person that I knew she was, that she was trying her best to suppress. And so it was from there I began to tell her, after these evaluations, let's do this. Like, I'll come and I'll work with you pro bono. Like, I work with you for free. Like, let me take you to that next level. Like, let me help you and your school go to that next level. And so it was from there where now the tears start to flow. Is that the reality of it was
there you go
that
man.
Exactly. So I'm one who is been very, very honest and open with her about who she is and who she needs to be and things like that. But I know coaching and mentoring is a big part of that. Like, people just don't organically grow into these people without some kind of coaching. And so I basically told her, listen, I do it for free because I'm gonna make sure that you're great. We're gonna look back years from now, which was back then almost 8 years ago, and say to her, listen, I guarantee you the stuff that everybody is trying to use for your downfall, these people will eventually have to praise you right on top of those same things that they're trying to bring you down with. So that's where the whole relationship really sparked. But again, part of the relationship with a coach and a mentor is trust. She didn't really know me.
Absolutely.
She chose at that moment to trust me, to trust my expertise, to trust my leadership. And, we can look now at the woman that she's become, the school that she's running is like second to none right now. What she's doing in the South Bronx is something more than commendable. It's inspiring, and it's something that I know happened as a result of her being willing and open to receive my mentorship.
I love that. And you are preaching to the choir. I believe in coaching. I am a coach. I know the power that a coach can sow into your life. So that story, it moves her to tears, and it's her story. You got to love that.
Absolutely. Well, I wish Lydia was able to put her on the big screen when she was crying, because I think it's raw emotion. It's the raw emotion that it never ceases to amaze me of the impact that I have had on her life. And again, I say that with a great deal of modesty, because she just helps me. She helps to remind me that I'm doing the right thing. She helps to remind me that I'm answering God's calling. So it's just very important that when I see her cry, I don't. It's not something that I look at, and it actually brings me joy to watch her do that because I know it's that thing that she remembers us talking about 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago, that she sees she's transitioned into and transformed into. So I'm just excited for her and what she's doing and things like that. We all got a chance to see her in the Ask Dr. Reilly season 1, and so as the Ask Dr. Reilly season 2 is upon us. So I mean, talk to us about that, Dr. Reilly.
So, Dr. Reilly, please give us, I know how you are, you keep it very close to the chest about the season, but if you would give us just a little, a picture, if you will, of what is going to be in the Ask Dr. Reilly show season 2, because we are excited and anticipating this second season of your show.
So I think I can show you better than I can tell you, but I will give you a little bit. So we've put together a little clip that we will show you exactly, give you a preview and a taste of what's to come.
All right. We are ready for the clip. Right. That's exciting.
Come on.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Dr. Reilly show. My name is Dr. Anissa Reilly, and I am your host for this evening. I want to thank you for coming into our home this evening to learn about our next season. Thank you for welcoming me into your home and sitting down and watching what we have in store for you. So, season 1 was amazing. We talked about sexual trauma, and we had some guests who shared their stories, and we journeyed with them as they were talking about what was going on in their life. Now, season 2, are you ready? Put on your seatbelt because season 2, we're going to take you on another ride. We're going to talk about loss. Okay, we are about to start shooting again. We have Jamila T. Davis in the house. That's my girl Jamila. It's because of her we're actually here today. I appreciate her. I love her because she spoke into my life a word that blossomed and took root and this is the fruit of that word. So I love you, Jamila. Love you too.
So what are we doing here?
Ask Dr. Reilly Show, season 2.
Dude.
Ask Dr. Reilly Show, season 2. It's going well. I think we're on to something because of the information that the show provides its audience. I think is necessary. It's engaging. It's intellectual, and it's funny. You know, it's heartwarming. I think it serves a great purpose, and it's overdue. And we're in season 2, so we must be doing something right.
So as you can see from the clip, we have
wow, that was dope.
We have Priscilla Etchie, we have my good sister Jocelyn, and we have a little young princess. We have a little young princess named Jada, who was willing to come on the show and bare her heart to the world at the age of 14. I think she's 15. At 15 years old. And I was just moved by her courage and for her to be like, this is what you have to do if you've experienced loss. She gave wisdom from a baby. His mouth was awesome. And then we have the couple, Brooke and her husband, and their story is amazing. I mean, you thought you had your tissues for season 1, you're going to not only have your tissues, but you're going to need to have your blanket and your popcorn season 2. And then I would be remiss if I forget to announce who opens up the season. My good sister friend, B. Renee Bonds. B. Renee, she's a gospel artist, gospel singer, and she tears it up and she talks about the loss of her husband affected by 9/11. You know,
wow. Well, Dr. Reilly, listen, Dr. Reilly, I'm looking forward to this, but I think what I want you to do, and I want you to share with the fly Fia here, I need you to tell her about that day. You met some people for the very first time that day. We took some pictures. You were in tears that day. Just tell us about that experience. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff that most people didn't see.
Anybody knows me, I'm hardcore. And since this dude came into my life, all of these waterworks just, I'm just like, can I please stop the waterworks? So it just doesn't even work anymore. I stopped. I gave up. I just let them fall, right? I'm very hardcore. Anyway, soft as a button now. Soft kitten. So when we are filming, and he does this to me all the time, he brings in Anish Jacko, Principal Pearls from OSG. I'm like, what? Oh, no. This can't be happening. And then who I see walking in, but 6'7" Jolly Green Giant.
Yes.
I was like,
West Side.
I started screaming West Side. I mean, I just really dropped. Like, I just was so overcome with emotion because for someone who's experienced a lot of trauma like myself, you build up like these walls and these defense mechanisms, or your place of trust and vulnerability becomes something that you don't even lean into because you're going to say, I'm not going to be hurt no anymore. I can't experience that anymore, right? And so when people come around you, you question, you wonder, you're like, really? So having Dennis, and I tell him all the time, God, he is a godsend into my life, truly a godsend. He doesn't even understand how much of a godsend he is. It helped me, along with my husband, I can't think of my husband, along with my husband, it helped me start to remove those barriers, pull back those onion layers that I wrapped around myself to protect myself. And so seeing people who I just met on a Zoom come in and give me love, I was like, oh my gosh. And even I told you the other day, you spoke a word in my soul.
Yeah.
I was just like,
crying. She was crying the other day on Clubhouse.
Crying again.
I didn't even know we were about to have that kind of moment. And I just spoke into her. So we were having an At Coach by Fia conversation. And so I didn't know it was coaching. But so I'm excited about your second season, Dr. Reilly. You led the pack for OSG. Dr. Action was the innovator, and we're excited about this second season and to see your great work. And we're looking forward to your book. I want everybody to go out and get her t-shirts, get a mug, support her merch. You can head over to IG and her website is linked, or you can go to her website. But we're excited. Please support all things that are Dr. Anissa Reilly.
Absolutely, Dr. Reilly. Congratulations in advance. I know this, if season 1 was as dope as it is and continues to be even now, I can only imagine the impact that season 2 and beyond are going to make in the lives of not only those of us who watch it, but for those young people that are coming up behind us who knows that somebody is actually speaking to their spirit as you are right now. So salute to you. We congratulate you in advance. We love you. Continue the great work. Look forward to continue coaching and mentoring you. I'm going to try to help you to cry a little less, but if I don't, if it don't happen, just know that's just our relationship forever. So congratulations again, since we love y'all.
That's your emoji.
Well, ladies, again, absolutely happy birthday. Absolutely, you look amazing. Continue to bathe in the fountain of youth as we see that you do. You and Fia are absolutely stunning, both of you. So continue to take care of yourselves the way you do. And I love both of you, and I'll see you soon. Congratulations again.
Love you, Dennis.
All right.
All right, everyone.